2 years. That's how long it took to make my new album. Some nights, I just stared at the screen. No ideas or thoughts. Other nights, I was too high to sleep, high from the music. That's what kept me going, the rush of creation. It's an incredible high, and now the album is done. But like a junkie, I'm still craving the high. Maybe that's why I spend months of the time living out of a suitcase, sleeping on airplanes. The high. That's what I'm in search of now. Now that the creation is finished, the only place to get it is from the crowds. This is my tour. Do you dream?
Hey, Vegas, baby. Hey, Josh, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing, man? All right? Yeah, definitely, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man.
His first time in Vegas, and he just turned 21 today.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were telling me about that. I can't believe this is your first time in Las Vegas. It's gonna be crazy.
Did a whole classic, like, last-second shopping spree for white outfits for everyone. Good thing we
That's right.
found
It's a
out.
white party tonight, so make sure you guys wear white. There was this interview in Buenos Aires. They asked me, "What's your favorite song in the whole world?" And I said, "West End Girls." Pet Shop Boys, West End
Great
Girls.
track.
When I saw the interview, it got lost in a translation. It said Western Boys. And then they asked me what my favorite TV show was. I said 2.5 Men. So in this interview it says favorite song, Western Boys, favorite TV show, 2.5 Men.
And I'm not sure that they have 2.5
Oh,
men airing
man.
out there, so
No.
they probably just let their imaginations do the work.
I actually created the track Rain right here in Las Vegas. I started it in my laptop, I had this melody idea, and then I finished the track in the massive studio at the Palms. So the whole track was like inspired by, written, and finished off right here in Las Vegas.
This was another great gig in one of my favorite US party cities, and it ended with Kaz and some friends for a little after party in my hotel room. While watching a stunning sunrise over the Vegas Strip, someone had a brilliant idea.
Are you gonna marry him for his 21st birthday?
What do you think?
Absolutely.
We should go marry him.
Dude,
We're in Vegas. Everybody has been married at least once in the
I was married in Vegas.
Marcus, will you be my best man?
Girls, you want me to be your best man?
Now that's pimp.
I would be honored to be your
That's
best
pimp,
man.
dude.
Marcus, am I calling the chapel?
Yeah,
Let's call the chapel.
Is it open right now?
Dude, it's always open.
always
It's always open.
Here we are in Vegas. It's his 21st birthday. It's Kaz's brother.
Happy birthday, dude.
I think I need to get married.
And we're gonna go get him married. These two met on stage while I was performing at Rain.
Really?
And I love her so much.
And it's his 21st birthday.
We're in love.
And they just met.
I think
And
I
they wanna
think
get
I
married.
found my soulmate.
And they want to do it before they sober up.
While he was performing, I found my love.
So we did.
Ready, kids? Go down for it and love my life.
Let's do it. Man.
All right, kids, let's go see if it's open. Let's go do this.
Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, what the hell? Is it close? Seriously?
You're kidding me.
Come on.
Really? Fuck.
No.
Shit. Don't get this on camera. It's closed. Fuck. Are you serious?
Unfortunately, these kids are going to have to wait to do this legally. But unofficially, I am now pronouncing them man and wife. All right, guys, we're off to the next party. It's time to go to Avalon. Let's go back to LA.
Although we didn't officially succeed to marry Josh and Rachel, we had a great time. And because of the late night and early flight, we had to grab breakfast at the airport.
You say I'm not this struggle, an angel waiting in disguise. When truth gets complicated.
The venue tonight is Avalon here in Hollywood, and it's an absolutely incredible venue. It's in an old theater. The club has so many different looks, and tonight they've got LEDs and visuals and lasers, all kinds of stuff set up for tonight. So tonight's gonna be a very special night at Avalon here in Hollywood.
What lies in this dark heart waiting? You give me time to find my way. What lives have I been wasting in this line of sight? I cannot stay. I cannot stay.
Johnny, where are you? What the hell? What's going on here? We had an amazing time at Avalon. Should have been here. See you next time, Johnny.
After signing autographs, I went to grab some breakfast with a few special fans.
What would you like, sir?
I'm gonna have the wakey eggs and bakey, please. I'm gonna tell a story. My mother and my father split up when I was 1, so I never really knew my real father. And then I grew up. My mother remarried to an American, and that's how I moved to the States. 2 years ago, I got an email from somebody, and it was my real father. He found me on the internet. And he wrote me an email. He said, I don't want to intrude in your life, but I'm your real father. And, I thought maybe you want to know you have 2 brothers. So I finally met him, and we talked, and he told me his life story. And when he was younger, he was a drummer in a band. And then after he was a drummer, he was a DJ. I've never known him. No, my father. My real father was a DJ.
That's so crazy.
Isn't that yeah, so I'm like second generation DJ.
What kind of music?
He did like oldies, like 70s, Wilson Pickett and Motown. But after I met my real father, I realized, like, this is my destiny. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
The next day, I did some sightseeing in LA before leaving for London.
Give me time to find my way. What night have I been wasting in this line of sight?
I just arrived here in London. I had a proper sleep. I'm really excited and ready to go. This is a legendary place. This is my residency. I play here all the time. We've built up a really, really cool family of fans here. But this is actually my first time playing 7-hour solo set. We've got everything here. 2 DVJs, 2 CDJ 2000s, and then I've got this Adderall. We're just gonna put on a massive visual experience and then record it as well for the radio show. So I'm really looking forward. I think it's time to rock and roll.
When the wind is calling, I'm a dream away. Ricochet of whispers, echo day by day. When the wind is calling, I'm a dream away. Ricochet of whispers, echo day by day. Away, 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 away,
On the way to the airport, we drove by Cold Harbor Lane, the place where it all started. Cold Harbor Lane was where my studio was located when I lived in London. It was the studio I spent many nights developing my sound, the Cold Harbor sound. We arrived at Gatwick, and that's where things started going wrong. The airline was not about to let me carry anything other than my backpack on board, and I was not about to check in all of my CDs and gear for the night's gig. After an hour of haggling and arguing, the flight left without me. I spent the rest of the afternoon calling my agent and travel agency to arrange another flight. This means things would get really tight, and I had to prepare for my set and change clothes on the plane.
Have a nice performance.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
So now I'm in Lithuania. I missed my flight because of this asshole at Gatwick who was giving me a hard time about my luggage. Arrived late, and now we are making the 1-hour drive from Vilnius to Kaunas. And I mean, we are flying right now. We're going 220 kilometers per hour. They postponed my set for 1 hour, but we're trying to get there a little bit quicker. So made it to Ibiza, had a little bit of downtime watching the sun go down, and it was absolutely inspirational. I'm really looking forward to tonight. Tonight's actually a very important night. It's the opening of the Ibiza season at Amnesia. It's my first appearance this year. And last time I was there was for the closing party. I played a solo set, 8-hour solo set at the closing party last year. So that was the last time that I set foot in the club. And today, we're kicking off the 2010 Ibiza season. Just got here to Rio. ATB is on right now. I'm gonna go on right afterwards. In just a few minutes, we got some interviews to do, which is the usual thing here in Budapest. Lots of media every time I come here. Last year I played this event and it was amazing. I played the sunrise set. I played to the very end. And it's amazing because the sun will start coming up and the Danube is just over here. And you can see the Danube River and then the city on the other side of the river as the sun is coming up. So tonight I'm expecting a really cool atmosphere as the sun starts to come up. The crowd really kind of gets into themselves once when that point happens. Last year was the first time I played at this event, and I was blown away. And I think this year was even better than last year. Incredible. I easily could have played an extra hour, but at 7 o'clock in the morning, we got to be on a plane. So now we are going to Berlin. I'm taking a whole crew to my apartment in Berlin. We're going to sleep there for a few hours, and then tonight we fly to Poland for a sunrise festival. Welcome to my apartment in Berlin. I don't get to spend too much time here. I'm usually always on the road, but like I said, when I'm touring through Europe, this is where I usually stay. It's a nice little home away from home. I used to be able to have a clear view of the Berlin Tower right through here. And then they built this place, and now it's obstructed the view of the famous Berlin Tower. I think during a course of a year, I'm usually here about, well, most of the summer, and then during the rest of the year, about 45 days of the year, I stay here. But I love Berlin. It's a really cool, artistic kind of community here. Amazing techno clubs, which is really cool because, you know, you kind of see the other side of the dance music genre. You know, you get to go and hear some really wicked techno music around here. And that's kind of inspirational, especially for me. So we are on our way now to the other terminal where we have a private jet waiting for us. We're gonna go there and on our way to sunrise.
But that's not the way things turned out.
What's going on?
Okay,
Bad weather, no private jet, so we're going to drive for 4 hours.
After an exhausting 4-hour drive to the north coast of Poland, I had to rush to my hotel room, get dressed, and race to the stage.
Sunrise Festival last night. We were supposed to go with a plane, come back to Berlin and go to the airport and then fly from Berlin to Prague. Well, the airplane in Poland never materialized, so we had to drive from Sunrise Festival to Berlin, which is over a 3-hour drive. And of course, we missed our flight. So now we are here in Berlin, gonna take the train to Prague, which is a 5-hour trip. But one of the things is, it's a beautiful train ride, so I'm not too crushed about that. It's gonna be kind of nice. Tonight, Pleasure Island is the name of the event, and all the massive DJs are there. I'm playing after Paul van Dyk on the main stage tonight, probably around 2 o'clock in the morning, I think it is. So we got plenty of time when we get to Prague to rest and then get my head together, because like I said, tonight is a very important gig.
Guess what I stole from the hotel room? A pillow. Ah. Let's go. Got my pillow.
Prepare yourself for the final DJ and get ready to experience one more trip. From Miami, USA, here is Marcus Schultz.
After Prague, it was off to the Russian capital of Moscow.
Just arrived here in Moscow. This is my good friend Brian Cross. He's going to be playing tonight as well. Brian and I play together a lot. He is one of the residents at Amnesia in Ibiza. And as far as I know, tonight is going to be absolutely massive. I'm really looking forward to tonight. 15,000 people outside.
With the Prodigy.
The Prodigy will be there. Brian will be there.
And the big headliner, Marcus Schultz. Shit, man. So we have a problem.
Tell me.
The phone. It was a tornado. Unbelievable.
A tornado?
Yeah.
A tornado?
So all the stages flew away.
The stages flew away.
Yeah, there's no stage. So we have to move the party to a venue, to a big venue, but it's not gonna be the festival as expected.
So they canceled the festival.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Tornado blew away the stage.
Blew away everything.
Russian coffee, courtesy of Starbucks. So we are on our way to Milk, one of the bigger clubs here in Moscow. So they moved the party there, but we're not quite sure what to expect. But I feel really bad for the promoters because I know, when an organization puts together an event, it's very stressful, and you always keep your fingers crossed and make sure that everything goes smoothly. And this, I've never heard of a tornado knocking down a stage like this before, so this is pretty crazy. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that everybody is in a good mood.
Four years ago, I was playing a lot more darker, maybe a little bit more mellow, but I play in big festivals all over the world, 20,000 people, 40,000, even I played a festival for 100,000 people. Yeah. And you learn that you can't play so mellow all the time. Sometimes you have to play with more power. So I think over the past 5 years, when I've grown, my music, I think, has more power now. Yeah, so I think that's the only difference between me 4 or 5 years ago and now. I think my sets have more power now and more momentum, because like I said, when you are in front of so many thousands of people, you have to really bring some power.
Tomorrowland is every year one of the festivals in Belgium that I really look forward to. It's going to be massive today, so get ready. I think we got about 10 minutes before we hit the stage, so let me go. I got to get my CDs in order, see what I'm going to play. Oki's really banging it out right now, so I think I'm gonna have to start really hard as well, so to keep up with him. But he's doing a great job, the crowd looks great, and I'm ready to do it.
The next gig was Dance Valley, and the rigors of the tour were finally starting to kick in. time to make my yearly trip to Australia. I'd never flown on one of the new Airbus 380s, the biggest commercial airplane in the world. It was a long flight, which gave me plenty of time to catch up with Gareth Emery, who was also touring Australia with me. Once we arrived in Perth, I had a day off. So I went to visit some of my native friends.
Hey guys, welcome to Australia. Kicking off the Australian tour here in Perth. Thought I'd come see some of my fans. You got something sticking out of your belly. Yoga hour at the yellow-footed rock wallaby cage.
We just fed them, so just try as best as you can not to touch their leaves, because once you touch them, they don't like to eat them anymore. Very
Yeah, it's like me. Touch my salad and I don't like to eat it anymore either.
So if you just turn your hand over.
Oh my God.
Can't you see that I am weak when I am lost?
I'm ignoring you.
Can't you see that I am scared?
That was really amazing. I don't think anything topped the kangaroos.
It's time to return to Perth and prepare for tonight's gig at Metro City.
When I close my eyes, you're everywhere.
What an amazing gig. Really good. Oh, really good. I mean, Perth really brought it. That was amazing. Really good party here in Perth.
Thank you, Perth. Next stop, Sydney.
I absolutely love Sydney. It's such a beautiful city, but every time I come here is always something that goes awry. I remember last time I was here, actually the last two times I was here, we had problems with the sound at the Future Music Festival. They kept telling me to bring the sound down, and then they actually turned the house system down. And then last night with no LEDs, always something here in Sydney, but what an amazing city. The people are incredible, and you know, I guess that's what really keeps me coming back. We have 2 gigs in one day. We're heading to the airport here shortly. We're gonna do Brisbane and then Melbourne all today. As soon as I get done on stage in Brisbane, it's right back to the airport and then off to Melbourne. So you get to see the craziness and the excitement of doing 2 gigs in one day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a note to Paige Gray Mark Schultz. Mark Schultz, if you're in the vertibird terminal, could you please make your way directly to gate 44 as your aircraft is waiting for immediate departure. Thank you.
Melbourne was such a massive gig, but there was still one last stop on this Australian tour, Adelaide. Adelaide is one of those cities whose scene is still growing, but always a fun place to end the tour. One of the cool things about the end of every Australian tour are the after parties, and there have been some legendary ones. And this turned out to be one of them. I wound up playing a 3-hour set at a tiny club with Seth Troxler, a really cool techno DJ from Detroit. After the official after party, it was time for the unofficial after party. Thank you, Australia. See you next year. And on to Germany we go.
We are on our way to Nature One, where we're gonna be dropping the serious German trance. Achtung, jetzt kommt das German trance. It's in a really cool location. It is at an old nuclear Air Force base or something. They put the stages right on top of these big hills where they used to have the nuclear bombs. So it's kind of creepy. They even have an old nuclear missile. Obviously, it's not live anymore. Nature One in my homeland of Germany. I don't get to play Germany that often, so when I do, it's a special event.
This year's appearance at Nature One was by far the best gig I've ever had in Germany. Now, on to the legendary Global Gathering in the UK.
This is Stratford upon Avon. This is the hotel we always stay at when we do Global Gathering here in the UK. This is the hometown of William Shakespeare. 703 is when they built this place. So this place is really, really old, and I'm sure lots of crazy things have been going on here. There's a rumor. I'm going to tell you guys a rumor. True story. Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but the true rumor is that they told me that there's rumors that William Shakespeare didn't actually write those plays. He didn't write his own stuff. Can you believe that? Didn't write his own stuff. It's kind of like some other artists that we know. Tonight, Global Gathering, I've been doing it now for about 4 years now. I think this is my 4th year in a row. We're going to be in the boombox tonight.
What happens when your real life is more amazing than any of your dreams? Do you still dream? I have to pinch myself sometimes because I still can't believe the amazing places I'm able to visit and the amazing people I'm lucky enough to meet. All because of the music that we share. Thank you, trans family all over the world. The tour goes on.
everybody felt the same, it would come to me. If everything I had before I could be the beginning. If all we knew had gone away, you'd call me the last man standing. And over the edge we would drift away.
For more info, check www.armadamusic.com.